Welcome back to AdobeLive.com for the night shift. And we're here today with Charlotte Smith for day 2 of her lettering projects. Yesterday we worked on Moonlight.
Yep.
Yes. Maybe we can have a quick look at it again, just for a second to refresh everybody's memory about the artwork that we created yesterday. Let me just move over to your screen. There we go.
There.
And this is what we created in yesterday's 2 hours. And there was a lot of, it started as a sketch.
Yeah.
And then we photographed that. Yes, we did,
We
right?
did. We put it into the library.
Into a Creative Cloud library. Yeah, we taught Martina today how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did it also with one of her projects using a Creative Cloud library and shared it and opened the sketch in Adobe Illustrator. And that's where you created these lines.
Yeah.
And then you brought everything into Photoshop as a smart object.
Yeah.
And then you started painting on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like very recklessly removing pixels.
Exactly.
Without any, the masks or anything like that.
Yeah, nothing.
So completely recklessly. Yeah, that was so cool.
That was just
but the result is really, really great. So Charlotte, tell me, what are we going to be working on today for the night shift?
So
just a second, because for those of you who are joining us now, we call it the night shift because we are streaming live from Paris, where it is currently 10 p.m. and we are streaming from 10 p.m. to midnight. Exactly. Way past our bedtimes. Many people here on the stream and in the chat, it's past their bedtime too. But we're here for you to show you great lettering work. And I'm sorry, I interrupted you about the project that we're going to work on today.
So today I wanted to do a flower name. I got this book, a really nice book from Taschen, and it's all about the illustrator Pierre-Joseph Redouté, who used to illustrate botanical illustrations for Marie Antoinette.
Okay. Oh,
and
wow.
Taschen brought out a really big book on them, and they're really pretty. And I was going through, and I saw the name of a flower called Belle de Jour.
Okay.
And I thought the name was really nice.
All right.
It's also a movie, I know, but
yes. It's a very famous movie.
Yeah. But I didn't know it was the name of a flower, so I thought it was very pretty. And so I decided I'd work on that today.
All right. And I think today's workflow is you already have a sketch made and you already scanned that in and you have that on a disk.
Yeah.
And we're going to use that right away. Okay, so let's get started. Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Oh, people from Milan, people from Connecticut, Iceland, Mexico, Pennsylvania. Wow, all over the world. Designers never sleep. That's right, Manny. And even when they sleep, they still design. Do you wake up with good ideas? Sometimes.
Yes. I go to sleep on some, but I don't.
Okay. So Melissa says it was great doing the night shift with you yesterday, Charlotte.
Oh, that's nice. It's great doing it with her tonight as well.
Yep, definitely. The night shift is the good shift.
So, get my...
Peru, Minnesota, Sweden, California,
Wow.
Philippines, Texas, Toronto. I have a very good friend who's actually running across the USA 3 times, just like Forrest Gump. So he gave himself the name. Yeah, the name he gave himself. He's called Jim Gump. The project is called, and right now he's in Texas and he's on this first leg of the run of 3 times the USA, and he stops in all the schools and talks to children about childhood obesity.
Oh wow!
So that's a pretty cool project. Yep, Jim Gump in Texas right now. Istanbul, London, Brooklyn, California. Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream here on AdobeLive.com. If you're watching this on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, head on over to AdobeLive.com because that's where we have everything you need to interact with us, with the chat, with the schedule of upcoming streams, the ones from tomorrow, for example, where we will have Will Patterson again, we will have Martina Floor coming back again, and of course Peter Kaiser and Charlotte for the last shift.
And I'll be doing the night shift.
The night shift and the last shift tomorrow, yes. So we have a schedule there, and we also have a contest. I'm going to be talking about the contest in a little while. And very, very cool, on adobelive.com, there's a special section for all of the replays. So if you missed Charlotte yesterday and want to see how she created that moonlight illustration, head on over to adobelive.com into the replays section and check out her stream from yesterday. And we have all of the streams there. The Will streams, Martina, Peter Kaiser's, everybody's streams are right there, waiting for you to be watched again if you haven't joined us live. All right, so basically we just imported that image into Illustrator, and now you're tracing over the shapes.
Yeah.
With your
pen tool.
Pen tool.
Again.
Yeah. No, we're talking about the import, like Martina before, she used the pen tool extensively, and she's also doing that same thing that you're doing here, like keeping the lines, the Bezier handles at 90 degrees.
I think I saw in one of her lives that she did, I think in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
That she was doing it like that as well.
Yes.
So I said to myself, maybe I should be doing that.
Oh, okay. So you actually picked that up from Martina.
Yeah, and also there's another illustrator called Jessica Ish.
Jessica Hish, yes, of course.
And I bought her book, and in there as well she explains the importance of doing it. So it's a very good book if anyone's interested. It's very good for lettering.
The pen tool is the tool.
It is.
Yeah, there's a joke from Jakey here. The pen tool is as fun as the Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay. Yes, Jessica Hishe.
Yeah, I probably didn't say her name right.
No. It's just that somebody wrote that Jessica is the master letterer. I said she's
one of them.
And Stella from Iceland has got that book right next to her computer. So Luke, to keep your Bezier curves, your Bezier handles at that point at 90 degrees, all you need to do is to press the Shift key. So basically there's a whole bunch of keys that, actually there are not that many. There's a Shift key to keep the lines at Bezier handles at 90 degrees. And Martina is also using the Alt key a lot to create non-rounded like corner points, and Command Z to go back.
Yeah,
right. That's
a lot of that as well.
Yeah, using a tablet with the pen tool makes it so much easier. That's right, Ernie. As a matter of fact, Charlotte here is using a Wacom Bamboo.
Bamboo, yeah. A very old version.
Yes, and Doyle Young, of course, is also a very good inspiration.
Famous.
And while you're like tracing your sketch, maybe I just want to talk very quickly about the contest that we have running until Friday, because Friday is the day when Michael will announce the winners of the contest on his Twitter account, mshays. So make sure to follow Michael for that. If you've submitted work to the contest, make sure to. We will contact you in any case through Twitter. And And if you don't have Twitter, Instagram is okay too. But the rule here is that you either using Photoshop or Illustrator, what we want you to do is to create your best lettering artwork and share it with us and the community on Twitter using the hashtag Adobe Live. One word, hashtag Adobe Live. And then Michael will announce 10 winners who will be very lucky to actually win a 1-year Creative Cloud subscription. So if you have some cool lettering that you're working on or that you've been working on being inspired by this stream, please do share with us and we'll look at all of them. Well, having worked with a tablet myself, I don't carry it with me anymore because I travel a lot and was just an excessive weight.
Yeah.
But it takes some getting used to, but it's actually pretty fast. Basically it's a matter of getting your brain used to the fact that your hand is doing something that you're not looking at.
Yeah.
And then it becomes pretty.
It's like a third hand.
It's like a third hand.
Really.
In space.
And then when you use a mouse, you're like totally lost.
Yes, right, yeah. When you're so used to the tablet, you get lost with the mouse.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. Angelo, come on. There's no need for bad words here on the Adobe Live stream. But there is a hash. You must have it on your keyboard somewhere. And if you can't find it on your keyboard, go to Twitter and copy the hashtag from somebody else's tweet. So Ernie says, I would have copied the E and she's recreating each letter.
I copied the E.
Yeah. You copied the E?
That one, yeah. I
Okay.
swapped it over.
Okay, all right. But there's one that you didn't. Yes,
yeah, because
okay.
I joined it with the L.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be different from the
Yes. It depends on the keyboard, really. I think the hashtag on my keyboard is completely somewhere else. Oh, it's like above the 3 on the QWERTY keyboard. I have an Italian keyboard and it's right next to the accented A. That's right. That's right, Graphic Grunt. No cursing, only cursive. No cursing on the Adobe Live.
Someone should write that in lettering.
Oh, there you go, Angelo. Right. Thank you for posting a hashtag. So that who was it? Who was looking for the hashtag? Oh, Angela was looking for the hashtag. So just copy. Oh, there we go. Angela. Oh, it's actually you. Okay, so you actually managed to type a hashtag. That's super cool. Oh, and Jasmine is also mentioning Martina Floor's book, The Golden Secrets of Lettering. I think Martina's book is in German right now, but they're working on a English version of the book. Krista Kaiser, yeah. Hashtag cursive, not cursing. Hey Krista, nice to see you here. Yeah, Ernie, I understand what you mean with keeping everything perfectly lined up, and I think, when you base your trace on an underlying sketch, I've noticed that you've put in some rulers there.
Yeah.
But they're solely indicative, right? Or
yeah, it's to help me with the height of each
Mm-hmm.
letter. Because like the O should always be a little bit more above. And
Oh, we even have somebody lorem ipsum in the chat. That's a funny one, lorem ipsum. I like that name. Okay, so Martina's English version of the book is available for pre-order. It's almost here, yes. So Martina will be back with us tomorrow again for day 3 here on adobelive.com to finish her lettering project based on the word love. It's actually coming out really beautiful. If you check out her Instagram right now, you will see that there's a lot of sketches and even a picture of, on her Twitter, she posted a picture that I did of her with holding the latest version. Ashkar is saying, is this also possible in Photoshop?
to do this.
Yes, it probably is, but I would not recommend it because Illustrator was really made for working with vectors. Actually, you know, it was actually invented by John Warnock and Chuck Geschke to enable people to draw PostScript, you know, for the old PostScript printers. So it was like revolutionary to be able to draw in vectors and have this this crispness, this preciseness that vectors allow. And the really cool thing about vectors is that vectors are resolution independent, meaning that you can scale them up as much as you want and they will not get pixelated. You know, and things you do with pixels in Photoshop, you have to be very careful to choose the correct, the correct DPI before you actually start working. You can work with vectors in Photoshop too, and they will also scale up, but it's a mix of vectors and pixels. And in Illustrator now, do you know that in the past you could zoom in to 6,400%?
Yeah.
Yes, and now you can zoom in to 64,000%.
Wow, so you can really...
Yeah, you can go really, really precise.
Didn't know.
30-year anniversary of Illustrator in 3 months. Yep, 30 years.
30.
30. Yep.
30 or 13?
30.
30, wow.
Yep. Yeah, that's right, Melissa, unless you're drawing with a brush, of course, and that Photoshop is super good at, you know, drawing with brushes. Are we going to take that into Photoshop as well?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so we will be taking these vectors into Photoshop.
I'm going to try and create a ribbon effect.
A ribbon effect, that's right. Yeah. You mentioned that yesterday. And Angelo saying 300 DPI and you're safe. It all depends on the size of your artwork. If you do an A4 piece in Photoshop at 300 DPI and then you want to print it on an A3, for example, well, you're going to get pixels. So this is a question that came up several times, and I think we answered it several times as well, but I think it's an interesting one. Which is the best size of canvas for lettering? What's your favorite size of canvas?
A4.
A4. You see, it doesn't. When you're working on the computer, it doesn't really matter. You can even, you know, work on an A5 or an A3 or A2, whatever. So there is no best size. The best size is okay. Maybe the only decision that you need to make is whether the orientation is vertical or horizontal, depending on what you're doing. Belle de jour.
It's a nice name for a flower.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah, the flower itself isn't that nice, but the name is nice.
Let me put Charlotte's Instagram into the chat, since people are asking for it.
Okay.
And I'll also give you a link to her website. Because interestingly enough, it's charlottesmith.fr, but Charlotte now lives in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And we just had Peter Kaiser, who from the Netherlands moved to Paris. So they exchanged.
So now I can take off, unlock that.
So this is something that, you did that this way as well?
Yeah.
Can you Command Z a second?
Yeah.
Because one thing that Martina didn't know, which I showed her, is that whenever you take an image in, you can go into the layers panel and change that layer into a tracing layer.
Oh.
So it dims it down and locks it automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it quickly. Into the layers panel.
No, that's not the layers panel.
Maybe you should go back to essentials on top on the workspace and reset essentials. Yeah, and then now we have the layers. Oh, there. The second one from the bottom. And basically, if you select the image.
Oh wait, it's locked.
Oh yeah. Okay, yep. And then you say from the menu, you say create. Where is it? Template. Oh, template. Just a second. Template. Boom. And then it locks it automatically, and well, now the whole thing became a template, but you get the gist.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it's handy.
Cool. It's always been there.
I'm going to save my work. Just because I didn't do it yesterday. There. So move that.
I love that bee.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's a girly bee.
Lorem Ipsum is asking, do you think the Netherlands is the best country for graphic designers? It's the best country for you.
It's the best country for me at the minute, yeah. For graphic designers, one of them. I mean, they're very design focused as a city, and yeah, they've got a very quite a few good agencies there, and yeah, they're very creative.
Yeah, right now, I mean, I remember when I came out of school, you either went to Amsterdam or Paris or London or Los Angeles to find the cool graphic design gigs. I don't think that's the case anymore, especially thanks to the internet and the discoverability of talent that you have with things like Behance. We have countless examples of designers from the most remote places who've actually got commissioned by huge brands and great companies to do work from wherever they are. So I think never like today, it's been so, talent has been so accessible, and really it's not about where you are anymore.
No, not at all.
So basically live where you love to live. Like I live in Florence. I wouldn't say it's the best place for graphic design, but I love it there.
Because I don't have any clients from the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
It's just I really like the city.
Yeah.
I didn't go there for work, if that's the question.
Yeah, I think this is an opportunity that we have today as creatives, is to choose the place you love. And if you're talented, work will find you wherever you are.
Or even passionate.
Passionate, that's true too. Angela is asking, so you can make a living from it?
From lettering?
Yeah.
Probably. I do mostly illustration now.
Yes.
Because I decided to focus on that. But yeah, I mean, you can make a living.
Yeah, somebody mentioned a house. I love the little house. Is that on your website?
I think it's on my Instagram.
And on your Instagram,
yeah.
Okay. So Michael, we had, I don't know if she's still here, we have Krista Kaiser on the stream. Yep. Krista Kaiser is the social lead for Illustrator and all of these things.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Great. Yep. Thank you for all your hard work, Krista. I love this. I never thought about that, you know, this 90-degree Bezier handles, but it makes everything so much more overseeable and understandable.
I think it's also easier because, I mean, when they're going in every different direction, you don't really know what to do.
Exactly.
Now I know they need to be like that, and then I just have to get the shape right. But at least
I think that's a very, very good tip for all of you here on the chat, is the 90-degree
actually makes things a lot easier.
And the other thing that we found out is that with Martina before, is that using that technique, all the curves have pretty much the same curviness. How can I say, the same composition almost, like of the curve. Like if you make a copy of that B and like slightly turn it, the curves will look completely different.
Yeah.
And this way, you know, across the illustration, the curves will look the same. You see, it's already a bit different.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, it's a little too slanted compared to the L's and the D, but I'll sort that out. Yeah. Makes more sense.
Yes, Tila, the curves are more consistent when you use that 90-degree angle rule. Because, there's simply more control over them. You could achieve the same type of curves, like having extra points, and also maybe another rule is like if you maybe select the letter E for a second, notice how the the Bezier points are mostly on the outer parts, right?
The extremities of each.
Yes.
That's where they're supposed. Well, that's where it makes nice curves. Is when you really put them on the extremities to hide the sides, and then the bottom.
Oh, that's what Martina meant with extremity curves or extremity. Yeah. I just got it. My mind is so slow because this is the night shift. A trip to visit Rufus. Yep. I always try to take good care of people who come to Florence. Show them the good places.
Okay. Yeah, you're done.
No, Jackie, I never said I'm a good cook. Because that would be a lie. Is that fake news that you're spreading, Michael? No, maybe Michael is the good cook. I don't know. He's an okay cook. I can only cook with instructions. Then I can do anything. I'm very good at following instructions.
Very good following.
Yes, when cooking.
That's the easy part.
Yeah, Orlando, that's a good idea to use the smooth tool in Illustrator. But typically, the smooth tool is used on curves that have excessive Bezier points. And you can reposition the curves, but then you lose control over this 90-degree rule that Charlotte is applying here. It's all a matter of what works for you. Jasmine says something that I don't understand, but maybe we can try. She says, Charlotte, try grabbing the point at the left side of the large curve on Jour and convert it to a smooth curve. Is there a convert to smooth curve thing? Ah, yes.
Oh, this?
Oh, this.
But
No.
I wanted to.
Yeah, we want it like that.
I kind of want it like that.
Yes. That's how the sketch was, right? That's how your initial idea was.
It was kind of like...
Yep. Yeah, Ms. Hiring. Maybe I have some pictures on my Instagram. It's Rufus D. Let's see. Yeah, Samantha said, looks great now, but I can't wait to see the ribbon effect.
We're getting to it now. So this, I'm sure there's a really good way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way I do it, which I'm sure is going to make some people cringe.
Somebody's arguing that there should be a dot over the J.
Yeah, that's gonna happen afterwards.
It's gonna happen.
It will happen.
Yes, everything happens during the night shift.
It's on the sketch.
It's on the sketch. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday we added. Yeah, you turned a dot into a little star,
yeah.
Little twinkly star.
Okay, so I'm going to...
So very good point, Mart. We're working on it. It's definitely part of the plan. Charlotte takes very quick decisions, but she has everything in her mind plotted out.
Not in the right order, but...
Not in the right order, but...
It's there.
It's there.
So, now, put this back to 1. And I'm going to group.
Oh,
So
I see where you're going
yeah,
to.
that's how I cheat.
All right, can I see a lot of wows in the chat right now? Because I wasn't expecting the ribbon to happen like that.
That's...
Ah.
Done.
When somebody says, Jasmine says there is a broken point at the J where you were working before.
A broken point. What does that mean?
With a direct selection tool, you can select just one point and then click on the I don't know. Maybe there is a point that you've missed. I don't know. I don't know. Let's.
The point on the top.
You know what? We're gonna choose to ignore that, Jasmine, right now because I just see the ribbon. So.
That's it.
Yes, right. Ashcat. It looks like double vision.
Yeah. Still I can't.
Charlotte is trying to confuse us. Our eyes hurt. Yes.
I'm going to change that now. So this is where it's not very orthodox, but so where's the eraser?
The eraser
is here we go.
Found it?
Yeah. Oh, it's not the same as in... How do I change... Oh. No. How do I change the size?
Let me see.
Normally in Photoshop you can do Control-Alt.
Yeah, and it doesn't work in...
No, not working.
So the size of the eraser... Oh, double click on the eraser.
Oh. Yeah, of course. No, that's the
Chris also says left bracket, right bracket.
left bracket.
Let me see. Yeah, and that's the thing with our European keyboards is that brackets and tildes and things like that don't exist. So we have to find it out. We have to find other ways. Mark, that's a good idea. Scroll the wheel on your Wacom tablet, but there is no wheel on the bamboo. Yes, Nikki, you missed the making of the ribbon.
Do it another. Okay.
What are you erasing exactly?
Just in between each.
Okay.
Because it's going to change color because the ribbon's going to go around.
Yes.
And so it's easier for me than in Photoshop to select
Okay.
the pieces, otherwise it selects the whole thing. I didn't actually know you could use the erase tool in Illustrator, but I was watching Kaiser and he was doing it a lot, so
Awesome.
learning from the others.
You learned that from this stream?
Yeah. I
Oh
was
wow.
watching,
Anthony, we'll have to wait for Michael to come back. He's the music master here. Transtillion, she's doing it again. So that's how she closes the ribbon.
Yeah, I duplicate them and I bring it down a bit and then kind of creates them.
Hey, hello, Franck. Welcome to the stream. Franck does a lot of streams from the Paris office as well in French. Maybe if you want to post about that, Franck. I know there's a lot of French users here in the chat. So I think he does that on Tuesdays. Andrew Apple Pie. That's right. Oh, there we go. Michael is not in the room, but as we now know, Michael watches the stream wherever he is. I don't want to ask where he is. But he's probably watching the stream on a small screen.
He'll probably tell you where he is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start with this first.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just...
Hey, Graphic Yep, that's today's hashtag. Cursive, not cursing.
Okay. I'm going to choose my colors. I'm going to go on the internet.
So that's interesting. That's one question that people always ask in the chat. How do you choose your colors?
I go into couleurs.
Okay. Why don't you use Adobe's color?
Because this is big.
This is big?
I don't know, I'm used to it.
Ah, okay. It's the same thing?
Yeah, it is. It's the same thing on Photoshop. But yeah, it's just, I kind of browse through.
Oh, but it's a nice interface, yeah.
Until I find one that I really like. Like I'm looking for maybe like a baby bluish or more. It's nice. I'm not very good with colors. Okay, it's not really giving me what I want, but I had some prepared.
So graphicize? No, Charlotte used the pen tool to digitize a sketch that was hand drawn. Yes. Why do you do that? Why do you move to CMYK?
I don't know, because I like printing my stuff sometimes afterwards and looking at it.
Ah,
And so if it's in CMYK, it's easier. Like the colors are more true,
really?
I find.
Really?
Maybe have an old printer.
Yeah, that's a debate that we frequently have here on the Adobe Live streams. My theory is always to keep everything in RGB as long as you can.
I'll put it back.
No. You have your workflow. But maybe let me see if I can find that color sync utility. Let me just show you this for a second. Let me just move over to my screen. Yes. Basically, what I usually show is that if you take a CMYK, where is CMYK? Here. Where is? Did you see the CMYK? No. It's the night shift, so I'm getting lost.
There it is.
CMYK. Okay, this is the CMYK color space. Okay, and I'm gonna keep that color space for comparison. Okay, and I'm gonna put generic RGB profile. Okay, and this is how much more colors an RGB profile has. Okay, so basically when you move away from the generic, from RGB, you're killing all of these other colors and you have this. And there is no way to come back. Okay. You cannot transform CMYK into RGB anymore. No. Because you've lost all of the colors. And all modern day printers and printing systems and like even my InDesign documents, everything in RGB, because when you go to print, that's when the magic happens and everything gets converted.
Yeah, okay.
That's just my...
No, that
because
makes sense.
Basically you're giving up on a whole bunch of colors when you move to CMYK.
Yeah.
That's...
But sometimes I feel, well, before I thought I'd get disappointed when I printed it, and it would never look...
So you would... so you want to...
Yeah, I prefer being disappointed or seeing the colors not as vividly.
As vivid. Mm. But you know, even in Illustrator, there's a... if you go here under View, there's a proof setup, and you can...
Oh, you can see it.
You can even see how it looks in CMYK, or there's even tests for colorblindness. So if you know how colorblind people would see it, like me, like I'm a little bit colorblind, yes. So this is very interesting to me. But
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go back to
I agree, you don't have all these colors when you print in CMYK, but you can work with all the colors until you print with CMYK. We did the CMYK RGB thing again. Ah, you know, okay. The color site she used is, let me find that for you. Yeah. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put it in the chat, but I will also put, oh no, why didn't I copy it? Oops. Copy and back into the chat and paste. Okay. But then
Oops. Okay. It's not working.
No, Caroline. That this is stuff from the 90s right there. You don't need to convert. I mean, even converting images and photographs and into CMYK is just giving up on a whole bunch of color information. Modern printing systems can take care of that. In the 90s, it was true. Everything had to be converted into CMYK because printers would freak out. That is not true anymore. CMYK is just an output. RGB is your screen. But I don't want to go into that debate today. This is day 2 of the night shift, and
it's the night.
Yes, it's the night, and we're watching Charlotte doing her beautiful lettering work. Yep, I will. That's exactly what I'm saying, Transillion. Thank you for writing what I was thinking. And by the way, if you want us, Charlotte and myself, to look at some of your lettering artwork, please share with us on Twitter using the hashtag Adobe Live, and we will be looking at some of your tweets and try to give some
Feedback.
some constructive feedback. So Marina, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about the RGB workflow, is that if you, I would continue to work in RGB all the time, and then I would send my clients a PDF that's in CMYK, or a PDF that has a CMYK preview, so nobody would get would be upset or disappointed by the final look. You can all do that with PDF. Oh, wow. We magically moved to Photoshop. What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Did everybody notice that?
Yeah, we were
Yes.
in RGB.
We were working in RGB in Photoshop. Okay. And so now you're giving it shape by leaving some of the areas white and some others not.
So it's a double-sided ribbon.
Very nice. Let me see on Twitter if there's something happening. So we still have some things for Kaiser. We have very few tweets today, so I will need a little bit more for some constructive criticism by Charlotte Smith, who is eagerly destroying pixels.
I love doing that. I warned everyone.
Oh, that's cool also that you're actually painting at this point. So basically what you did is you gave the roughness to the letter again.
Yeah.
That's something we did yesterday as well,
Yeah,
right?
That's something. And now, obviously, this one side of the ribbon is going to have a bit of shading because it's going to be the size underneath.
Yeah.
And in here, I'm going to give it like a bit of a gleam.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my favorite brush again. Same as yesterday, but I think that they work well. So.
Graphic size, you're asking about, what's the best way to show customer logo before they have paid the full price? Is it a watermark, a downgraded resolution? I think it has a lot to do with trust. The first thing I think in the designer-client relationship is trust. I think adding watermarks or providing downgraded resolution versions just makes your work look bad. I know there's always a risk, and there's always, like bad people around. And it happened to me a gazillion times, that I presented work and then suddenly it was there in a print or something. But I'm not a believer in overprotecting it. One thing I despise though is really when what is it called when people copy your work?
Yeah.
Yeah, plagiarism. Plagiarism I really despise, and this is something that I always participate in plagiarism hunts when I see my designer friends, somebody that just copied their logo and use it for something else, for example. So Leslie is asking, how do you roughen the edges? I missed that today too, but basically you did that in Illustrator, right?
I did that in Illustrator, yeah. There's a thing called roughen in Illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty much it's here. I'll just quickly show. If you go to effects, and I think it's in distortion transform, and then you go to roughen, and then you kind of play around with wait. See, it's already on that one. But if you go to roughen, and then you can play around with these, and you can see the preview. But usually when you scale it up, then it becomes a little more subtle.
Thank you. The hashtag for the contest is Adobe Live. And we'll be choosing 10 winners on Friday. 10 lucky winners that will win a 1-year Creative Cloud subscription. And if you want to know more, actually we can talk about the contest for just a second. If you go over here to adobelive.com, that's where everything happens. That's where we have the chat, that's where we have the schedule for tomorrow as well, and where you can get all the information of upcoming streams as they come along. there's a little contest tab, and basically what we're asking you is to create your best lettering artwork using either Photoshop or Illustrator or both together, like Charlotte is doing right now, and share it to Twitter using the hashtag Adobe Live. Let me just put that little hashtag into the chat here. Boom. All right. Jens, yes, Jens was a winner. Oh, and we should be doing our first giveaway today with Charlotte. And basically we're going to give away a print of her beautiful lettering illustration that she's working on today. All right. No, okay, you have something? Okay, all right. So Michael has this very... Yes?
Yeah.
Who's the main actress in Belle de Jour? The movie, yes. Mm-hmm. I even remember that. Yes. So ED or AJ, the winners are chosen by the 5 best illustrations, and 5 are chosen randomly. Oh, Adobe Creative Cloud is super fast. Creative Cloud. Yeah, Michael played the role, yeah. No, I'm not Michael, I'm Rufus. Yes, maybe we should, maybe that's what the lower thirds are for. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, all right. So tomorrow we're gonna fix that. Yes, I'm Rufus, and Michael is sitting right there. Creative Cloud. I see some good answers coming in.
Yeah.
Unforgettable Role by Catherine Deneuve. And bear in mind that if you subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, you have 5 times more chances to win in these giveaways, because we have an automated system called Nightbot. Nightbot, who actually also helps us here in the chat. If anybody is writing stuff in all caps, they get told off. If they paste links, they get told off. And Nightbot is actually helping us choose a lucky winner out of all the people who have given us the right answer. So let's do it. Let's unleash Nightbot. Martin Rauba. Or Martin Rauba. I don't know. So Martin, Michael Shays, M. Shays, will contact you here in the chat. Please follow up with him on Twitter. His Twitter handle is mshays. To make life super easy for us, if you have a Twitter handle, put it in here in the chat, and we will find you before you find us, making everything so much quicker. Martin Rauba, I don't know. We'll find out where Martin is from in just a second. So Ms. Haring is saying, if one character is taking so long with the shading, the entire word will take forever. Any way to speed up the process? Maybe create an action? No.
No.
Have faith. We will finish this, right? No? That look on her face.
I thought it might be faster, but maybe Belle. We could just do Belle today. I think that's a fair compromise, and then. I mean, that was the biggest letter. So.
No, just mean she's not using the magic wand tool to select the areas, because basically you're simply designating the areas. You have a background color, and basically she's just painting on white. So super easy to actually select the colors she's using. What was fast? Oh, Martin already done?
Yeah.
Perfect.
He shared some later on.
We'll have a look at that shortly. Oh, Alexandre, the poet in the stream. But you're right, Alexandre Becquet. I think each workflow can be improved, but we must let the creativity do its job.
I know I have the slowest workflow. I know it.
But it shows you're getting lost in your...
I am.
You know...
Completely.
Yeah, it's like...
I knew this one was going to be hard, but I really wanted to do it.
Meditative.
But I can understand it can be frustrating to watch.
Melissa, I'm trying to find... Let me see. If I find Melissa's post. Boom. The first time I had to ban somebody in the chat.
How is it?
Huh? It feels, I don't know how it feels. It doesn't feel good.
No? Is it because I'm too slow?
No. Somebody was being very rude.
Wow.
And
My lectures are too close. I think it's here. Still. Yeah. More pixels did.
Graphic I don't know if we. Why would we need to make a separate software just for lettering? I think we have various applications that can help you with lettering. You know, we've seen many workflows today, like Will Patterson, for example, uses Photoshop Sketch on an iPad to sketch his letters, and then moves over to Illustrator and Photoshop. It's drawing shapes. So I think instead of talking about separate software, I would rather talk about maybe, you know, input devices, like maybe a tablet or something that helps you create, you know, shapes that are organic. Ah, okay. Fontographer is not a lettering software. A Fontographer is a font making software, which is a completely different an industry. Yeah, and tomorrow, during Martina's stream, we will talk a little bit about a solution called Font Self. And basically, it's an application that was created by a company here in Paris that allows designers to create letter shapes in Photoshop or Illustrator and then transform these into a font.
Those,
Do you see that? It's pretty cool.
It was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it a lot easier.
Miss Hiring is asking, when you receive negative feedback from your client, does it affect you emotionally?
I think in the beginning it does. But after a while, you get used to it. It's like everything. It's a client, so you have to understand that they're looking for something for them, so it's important for them to be good. And as much as it's like when you work it's like your little child that you're kind of giving away, but you have to understand that what you think is nice maybe is not. They're not saying it's not nice, but maybe it's not what they were looking for and what they want to convey. So I think you have to always think about it that way as well. I mean, if everybody likes it, then you're not doing it well.
Yes, there's these phases, right? And when you start in your creative path, the first phase is you want to redesign everything you see, right? Like, this menu is horrible. I want to redesign. They should redesign it, or this label is packaging, blah. And then you start thinking, no, well, you know.
Yeah, I think you have great ambitions in the beginning.
Yeah.
I just like this piece, and then you realize that it's maybe not doable, or you can't do everything.
Yeah, you can't do everything.
You can't change the world.
You can change the world one step at a time.
Exactly, but one step at a time.
Yes.
Not everything in one go.
Nice advice, David. Best advice David got is that get creative fulfillment from side projects, and it will make being creative for a job much more bearable.
Yeah,
it's a good advice. My only comment to that would be, I never felt my creative career to be something that wasn't bearable.
No, but I mean the beginning maybe.
Yeah,
when
maybe.
You don't have all the clients that you really want.
Yeah, at the beginning, if you're starting in the industry or in the field, I don't want to call it industry, in the field, in the creative field. Making projects for yourself is a great way to add to your portfolio. And Kaiser said something very interesting, is that he actually loves it when the phone doesn't ring because he has finally time to do things for himself, you know.
That's very true. But I think when you also have too much time, you don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
I find myself doing that. So you have lots of ideas when you have work, and then when you have a lot of time, you don't actually do them, or you don't have any more ideas.
Are you a procrastinator?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
You always wait till the last minute?
Not that I wait till the last minute, but I'll do a lot of things at the same time and maybe not use my time very wisely.
Okay. How many of you in the chat are procrastinators? How many of you... Yeah, procrastination is like, I think it's very creative. But I think in the time frame where we don't do things, we actually think about things a lot. We plan out.
Yeah, I do.
So designing font, guys, that's something very, very time consuming. If you really are serious about designing fonts and you think about it in terms of photographer, a font is very, very time consuming, because you have to not only design the letters, you have to also define what's called kerning, like space between the letters, and basically is taking each letter and define the space with each other letter. Or number or whatever.
But each letter has to be really done out a lot of times, letter by letter, and you have to kind of see if the width is correct on each one.
It's definitely a calling.
Yeah. I mean, I studied it, but I didn't do it.
Right, Giovanna. Giovanna just started on a project due tomorrow, and it's 11:17 p.m.
Even her time?
I'm sure you'll make it. Yeah, and making all the glyphs for OpenType, all the alternates and things like that. Let me just show here maybe an Illustrator. Maybe, yeah, an Illustrator. Let's do that in Illustrator for a second. And there's font also available in Creative Cloud called Bickham Script, which is a very good example of OpenType. So I'm gonna write Charlotte. I'm just gonna move over to my screen for a second, Charlotte.
Yep, no problem.
Oh. Wrong window. There we go. All right, so let's make that bigger. Let's actually put that in the right font. Bickham Script. All right, Bickham Script Pro. Okay, and let's make that bigger. And basically, the reason why I'm showing this to you is two. One, in the glyphs panel, you see that there's a whole bunch of different characters, you know, for all types of various languages. And then if there's a little triangle here, it means that there's alternates to the letters.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is like for every capital E, there's another 2 capital E's. And we've introduced that a few months ago in Illustrator, that if you select a character, like this, there's a little gizmo down here, and I can say, okay, let me change that to this, for example. Okay, and maybe I want a different L. Let's put this L here. And maybe the 2 T's are too similar, so let's select another T, something like that maybe. Okay, and basically very, very quickly with all these alternate glyphs, you can really create very beautiful typography.
Yeah, that is beautiful. For Illustrator, because they had something similar in InDesign, because you could have the panel.
Yeah, but, and like for example, I want another E with a little swirl at the end. Boom, you know. Oh, it's Charlotte. There we go.
No need to do any more lettering.
Okay.
It's already done.
Nah, this is a font,
Yeah.
but that's the beauty of this font. Okay, a lot of and then stylistic sets and stuff like that. That yeah, OpenType is really complex. Like I said, it's a calling. No, it's called Bickham, actually. Bickham script, not Bacon script. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Jasmine, thank you. That's the one.
Not bacon.
The Bacon script. We have a Bacon script that Michael has on his iPad. He actually does lettering with bacon.
I don't think I saw that one.
No?
No.
Are you sure you want to see it?
I mean, maybe.
Jens, you can install your Creative Cloud on two machines. Typically, it's your laptop and your office computer. You can install it on a third machine. And if you log out of one machine, you can log back in with your Adobe ID in another machine. Basically, what the license agreement for Creative Cloud allows you to do is to use it on two machines. You see, I told you could make it. Right?
Yeah.
I know. Oh, well, it's the first word.
First word
Yes.
is the most important thing.
No, Jens, you cannot share Creative Cloud with your friends. Thank you for the question. Next question. Oh, this looks very beautiful, Charlotte.
Thank you. So, I'm not sure if I need the ends.
Yes, Nate, this could be done in Illustrator, but you wouldn't get the same gritty effect on the letters. Plus, using vector brushes and things like that, it would add so many vector points to the illustration that Illustrator would probably tell you when you want to save it, I can't save that.
Yep.
Too complex, too difficult. Charlotte is using a Wacom bamboo tablet because she loved it so much.
Yeah, I do. No, I bought a new one because the other one wasn't working and I had a bigger one, but I didn't like it.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
A very small bamboo tablet.
Yeah. It's portable.
Mikkel, yeah, we already talked about how how Charlotte and other people learned how to use pen tablets with Adobe programs. Some people use it as a mouse, some people use it as brushes, some people. It basically, like Charlotte said before, it becomes your third hand. Basically, you have one hand on the keyboard, one hand on the tablet with your stylus, and one hand on the screen.
That's it. And I already have an E, so saved.
Come on. Are we? Michael wants to show off his
Bacon scripts.
Bacon.
Just for Charlotte.
Just for Charlotte. Okay.
Okay.
So behold. Michael will be showing off his bacon brush in Adobe Photoshop Sketch. All right.
You see my screen?
Let me see if I find your screen. Yes. Boom. Here we go. Okay, so Michael is moving behind us. This is getting dangerous. Okay. Hello, Michael. How are you? Do you want to sit?
No.
But it's all good because this is the night shift with Charlotte and Michael
I
and
have
Rufus.
several bacons, you know.
Oh, several bacons.
Mhm.
Yeah, this one is overcooked. Okay, I will take the crispy one.
Crispy bacon.
Want some ketchup?
Oh. And that those are like photos that are
Yeah, these are pictures.
like a
yeah.
brush then afterwards.
Yeah, it's very.
There's an app on the phone that's called Adobe Capture
This one is burnt.
That one's brushed.
It's overcooked.
that lets you take pictures and create brushes with it. And with Creative Cloud, it
I
syncs.
tried it
yeah.
once, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
For like having a brush.
Yeah, William. Now you're hungry. Like talk to us about being hungry. We've been on stream for 8 hours straight now, and we
No
haven't
food.
had dinner. And it's after midnight. It's gonna be too late for dinner. Like we said, Michael and myself will be disappearing very soon, but literally.
Vegan.
Here we go.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Bye.
Very, very insightful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think it was very. Black screen.
Let's move back to Charlotte's letters. Bye. Yeah, like mouse drop.
iPad Pro.
iPad drop.
Oh.
Oh yes, we don't. The crazy mouse.
Yeah.
Oh, people are asking, can you share the brushes? Yep. Hold on, you get the link to Michael's special bacon brush library, which you can then use in Photoshop. That's right, Randy. I completely agree with you that Michael's is very fun, but not as beautiful as Charlotte's. Michael disagrees, but Esther, I did that with two things: either the glyphs panel in Illustrator, or in Photoshop, or InDesign, or now in Illustrator. If you select a single character, there's a little glyph icon at the bottom of the character that lets you choose all of the alternates. Franck Payan, you're still here. Yes. An asparagus brush. Good idea. For the vegans out there, yes. Helena is asking what brush are you using for the in Photoshop for the texture. It's basically one of the basic brushes, right?
Yeah, it's
just
the
little
natural ones.
the natural ones. Jakey, really? You just discovered Typekit and you had no idea how many dope fonts were included with CC? Wow. Yes, I mean, guys, take an hour or so, like every, I don't even want to say every week, every month, just take an hour and go discover what Creative Cloud is and and everything that we put in the plate, because it's a lot. And it's not just Michael's bacon.
Bacon has more value than
Yes. Spencer is asking if if a client wanted this on on a poster, on a business card, and things like that. How will you probably you would start big and then just reduce it.
Always start big, because they always come back with wanting to do it bigger. In the end, I've learned that the hard way. Where they wanted A4 and then maybe 2 weeks later they'll be like, oh, we really liked it, so now can we have it in A1?
Yeah.
So I always kind of do 2 sizes bigger than what they asked me, just to be on the safe side.
Well, thank you, David, for being our ambassador. Yes. There's so much value in Creative Cloud beyond just the software. Ooh, the link to Michael's brush is here. I'm just scared to see bacon with the Adobe Live hashtag coming to Twitter very soon.
Okay.
I agree, that's a bad joke. Michael said, so you can all become the new Francis Bacons.
Oh.
That's
It's the night shift.
It's the night shift, yes.
And typing the joke, I'm already tired of it.
Good night, Blanco. People are freaking out because you're not saving.
I know. I did on purpose.
Charlotte lives on the edge. Jens, I mean, all the stories you're telling about Wacom drivers and deleting your system 32-bit and stuff like that. You know what? I would just reinstall your whole computer. I think you've made a bomb that is bound to. There's bound to be something wrong somewhere. Hey Calvin White, thank you for joining us. We're 25 minutes away from ending our night shift here on adobelive.com. But we will have a lot more tomorrow for day 3 of our stream here on adobelive.com. This is a special stream dedicated specifically to lettering. And basically tomorrow, let me just look at the schedule here on adobelive.com. That's where you find the schedule of tomorrow's streams as well. We will be starting with Will Patterson, and then continue working with Martina Floor, and then with Peter Kaiser, and again for the night shift with Charlotte Smith. Working on a new project tomorrow again.
Yeah,
yes?
I'm going to do more. I think I'll kind of do the night shift. The
night shift, yeah.
So I'll draw it as well tomorrow live, and we can kind of choose whichever sketch people prefer.
It begins, if you go to adobelive.com, there's a schedule, and the schedule will actually tell you the time in your own time zone. Okay, so here, because we're streaming live from Paris, we're starting at 4 p.m. Central European time, and we go on all the way to midnight. And then in the near future, in exactly 2 weeks, we have a 3-day stream live from San Francisco on Photoshop compositing. And there's going to be some 3D as well, right? Michael, is it going to be compositing? Photoshop compositing. With Terry White as a co-host, yes. Awesome to hear, Amy, and get well soon, and can't wait to see what you make with everything you've seen in the stream today. Lindsay, I can't find you on Instagram. Let me see if there's... Oh, this one maybe? Lindsay, where are you, Lindsay? Oh, okay, I found you, Lindsay. Okay, we can have a look at that. Actually, let's... Do you want to look at work very quickly? Okay, so let me go over here to Instagram. I just refreshed the page. And... Oh, you know what? I need to... plug this the one? Okay, cool, awesome. It's the night shift. Everything goes a little bit slower, but we'll get there eventually. And boom. All right, so we're on Instagram. We're actually looking at images that are tagged.
Yeah, Adobe Live.
Adobe Live, all right? Hey,
yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Charlotte's passing out. It's the night shift. Anyway, here we have some work. Let's see. This one? Oh, it's a video?
Yeah.
Okay. From RH.
It's Peter.
Ah. Oh, wow. Cool.
With his famous saying.
Yes. All right. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I don't know how to say your nickname. Okay, so this is from Lindsay Davis, and she wanted some constructive criticism on that.
It's a good idea to use the S to do the bow. I would have just done maybe the L on the top is a little straight compared to the rest. So like the ligature here.
Oh, this ligature
here,
it's
yes. Compared to the rest is just a little bit straight, but the M is quite good. And it goes well with the rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this little detail here
the
of
detail
like
to go
like one of those like
the fish.
The little like the very deep sea kind of fish. Yeah, awesome. Lindsay, thanks for sharing. Is it Lindsay? Yes. We just
I think so.
Okay. And then this was shared, let's see, 2 hours ago. So that was maybe during Kaiser's stream. Very nice, very clean. I like this detail here.
The AMG.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. It's well done.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Jamie. Is this hand drawn? Is this a photograph? It could be done with ink. It looks JPEG-y. I don't know.
Looks like vector. Maybe.
Oh, and this is Martina showing her, her corrections on the on her drawing here. And there's little details here. Like I don't know if I can zoom in. Yeah, she drew little teeth here and ears. So like this looks too much like an animal, you know, like stuff like that. Okay, let's go check out Twitter very quickly. Let me refresh that page. Again, the hashtag is Adobe Live. Oh, Josephine.
Oh, with the ribbon.
All right, the ribbon technique.
Good.
Okay.
I mean, it works well then.
Mm-hmm. Very good. What are you trying to write? Hill. Oh, wait, let me see. Hill. No, we don't know.
The rest of the word is.
Hill something.
Which is that a C?
Oh, chill.
Chill.
Bah, we don't know. But yeah, that's the attitude. That's the.
Yeah, that's. What
Made an illustrated font a while back. Okay, that's probably for the contest.
Yeah. Stupid.
I like these letter forms made out of shapes. There be monsters.
Oh,
yes.
Monsters. Okay.
Typeface project by Stella Björg. Stella, you're in Iceland, right? Nice.
Yeah.
I like these. Yeah.
Kind of sea creatures.
Yeah. Scary sea creatures. Oh, Randy, we just looked at that. Oh, and then this is from Alexandra, where he's using this technique in Illustrator with the blend tool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it yesterday as well.
Yes. Yeah. It was another one. Like he's very prolific. Like Alexandre does a lot of stuff. My sketch with few tracing papers. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the way that Martina does it, like with like all these tracing papers on top of each other and like refining all the lines all the time, I think that's a very good way to start working with letter forms.
Yeah. I mean, it's what you're supposed to do. It's
Yeah.
just sometimes people get lazy.
Yeah, I like these as well. They're very nice.
Very creative.
Yeah. What do they say? The name of the bird?
No.
Is it just the noise that it makes? Very nice. I like this one here.
Yeah, that's my favorite as well.
I think this one is very successful. And here we have some Kaiser alphabet skateboards. All right, so back to Kaiser. All right, let's move back to your screen, Charlotte, and see what we can do in the last 15 minutes that we're together. And before we leave everyone in the chat, we will also do a little giveaway of a 1-year Creative Cloud subscription. So stick with us. We will be giving out a Creative Cloud very soon. We can do it now? Okay. Do you have a question in mind, or I can do it? Okay. So basically, Charlotte is working on, and this is for those of you who've been here from the beginning of the stream, on on 3 words that don't show them.
No.
Okay. Yeah. On 3 words that she chose that inspired her today to create this ribbon effect, and I want to see the full title that she's working on. 3 words. I'll Slack it to you, Michael, just to be sure. Because because now we see two of the words. They need to put in the third one. Okay? All right, and as always, the way this works, we have this automated system called Nightbot, and Nightbot will choose a lucky winner out of all the people who give us the right answer. And if you come over here to adobelive.com, there's a subscribe button which will subscribe you to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, which is a great thing to subscribe to because you can set up alerts and be alerted every time we actually start a stream here on the YouTube channel or on adobelive.com. Let me see. Losing the chat here. Is something happening in the chat? Oh, yes. Okay. All right. I want all three words. Yeah, right, Miss Hiring. All right, thank you guys from the chat. This is the correct answer. And we will ask Nightbot to give us a lucky winner. Hey, Miss Hiring, there's no sense in putting like exclamation mark winner. Or maybe he's tricking Nightbot. Let's see. I don't think so. Oh, nope. Maya Corona, use all caps. Don't use all caps. Nightbot doesn't like all caps. And drum roll. Michael? Oh, it's coming. And the lucky winner is Patrick PJ Filippi. Congratulations, you've won a 1-year subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud. So please check the chat right now because Michael will be reaching out to you. The easiest way for us to find you is if you put your Twitter handle right here in the chat of this live. So we can find you, or just go over to Twitter and find Michael Shez, so that he can follow up with you and give you all the details you need to claim your prize. Congratulations, Patrick. Melissa. Let me see on Instagram. I didn't see you on Instagram. Did you tag it correctly? This is what I'm looking at on Instagram. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can follow the link, and this is what I'm looking for. So Melissa, just tell me if you see your lettering on that link. Okay, so strange. So what did you use your name, Melissa, to post an image? Because I really want to look at it at that point.
Not Melissa. No.
I don't know. These are the top posts, but
Maybe sometimes the top posts are do they not mix as well?
Do they mix? Maybe they don't mix.
So no.
No. No. No. That's from a very long time ago. No. Melissa, I can't find you.
It's a black and white. It's a sketch.
Okay.
But is her profile private?
Oh, is your Instagram profile private? Because if it's private, we can't see it. No, and this is from 6 hours ago.
Yeah,
That can't
it
be
must
it.
be
Yeah.
private.
So, Melissa, I'm not seeing your things. All right. It says night shift on Instagram. Is it maybe from yesterday? Oh, there's some really great stuff here on Instagram. Did you check it out, Michael?
That's really nice.
Yeah. Some really good stuff here.
It's private, apparently.
Oh, okay. Melissa, your image is private, so no, it will not appear here. So Melissa, you can see it, of course, because it's yours, but we can't see it. I tell you what, Melissa, why don't you drop by tomorrow again and repost it, and I will make sure that we look at it.
Yeah, maybe on Twitter, so that she
Yeah.
doesn't have to unprivate from Instagram. Just to kind of show the space.
How many minutes? Oh yes, we have
I have time to finish that.
3 minutes to finish. You're welcome, Melissa. See you tomorrow. Same time. A bit earlier, maybe. Because we're about to finish. We're about to finish the night shift here with Charlotte Smith and Rufus Döschler. Live on AdobeLive.com. Are you guys having fun? How many of you have been here the whole 8 hours of today's stream? Let me know in the chat. 8 hours yesterday, 8 hours today, and 8 hours tomorrow. That is... Are you good at math? How many hours?
That's embarrassing now.
This is like
It's
24 hours of stream. Mariana was with us the whole 8 hours. Luke, Jasmine, Andrea, Alexandre. Transilient pretty much. Okay. All right, guys, this is so humbling that you actually, chose to have the Adobe Live channel on somewhere on a device, on your computer, listening to it, watching it. And 6 hours. All right, follow along on Illustrator. That's awesome. This is really great. This is what I love about these streams on AdobeLive.com is that watching other creatives work is actually the best way to learn new techniques and figure things out and get their insight on their profession and their how they do things. Franck, go to bed. Well, thank you, Cleo, for joining us. Christine, awesome. Oh, thank you, Brent. And Lumpy Face as well. What should you watch on Friday? That's a very good question. The replays.
Over and over.
Come on, don't say that work is intolerable, makes work tolerable. I hope you have fun in your work. All right. So, everyone in the chat, we're gonna turn off this live stream for today. This is day 2 of our lettering live stream. live from Paris on adobelive.com. And I invite all of you to come back to adobelive.com tomorrow. There's a full schedule. We will have Will Patterson, Martina Floor, Peter Kaiser, and of course, again, Charlotte Smith with us tomorrow evening. So join us for tomorrow, and I wish everybody a good evening, good night, and good morning wherever you are in the world. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Charlotte. That's from me.
Yeah,
This is not
I
the
didn't
chat.
finish it.
Doesn't matter.
Ugh.
Oh, yes. Will you be able to finish it?
Yeah, but the thing is, I had already done it, and I had timed myself, and I had done it in 2
Ah,
hours.
okay. All right. Already have one ready?
Nearly. Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of, yeah. It's just a bit frustrating. Because
Ah,
I had
don't-
timed myself.
Never mind. Audio is still on.